One of the questions I hear people wringing their hands about a lot today, Satya, is the ROI people are making on these investments. You have over 225,000 employees. Are you leveraging AI to increase productivity, reduce costs, drive revenues in your own business? If so, kind of what are the biggest examples there? And maybe to a finer point on that, when we had Jensen on, I asked him, when he 2 or 3x'd his top line, what did he expect his headcount to increase by? And he said 25%. And when asked why, he said, well, I'll have 100,000 agents helping us do the work. So when you 2 or 3x your revenue for Azure, do you expect to see that similar type of leverage on headcount?
Yeah, I mean, it's top of mind, and top of mind for both us at Microsoft as well as our customers. Here's the way I come at it. I love this thing of, I've been going to school on learning a lot about what happened in industrial companies with lean.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's fascinating, right? They're all GDP plus growers. It's unbelievable. The discipline they have in how the good industrials can literally say, hey, I'll add 2 to 3, 100 basis points of tailwind just by lean, which is increase value, reduce waste, right? That's the practice. So I think of AI is the lean for knowledge work. We are really going to school on it, which is how do we really go look at, that's why I think, the good old, we remember in the 90s, we had all this business process reengineering. I think it's back in a new way where people who can think end-to-end process flows and say, hey, what's the way to think about the process efficiency? What can be automated? What can be made more efficient? So that's a little bit of, I think. So customer service is the obvious one. We are on course. We spend around $4 billion or so. This is everything from Xbox support to Azure support. This is really, this is serious 1 year because of the deflection rate on the front end. Then the biggest benefit is the agent efficiency, right? Where the agent is happier, the customer is happier, and our costs are going down. And so that's, I think, the most obvious place, and that we have in our contact center application that's also doing super well. The other one is obviously GitHub Copilot. That's the other. And with GitHub Copilot Workspace, right, that's the first place where even this, what is agentic sort of side comes in, right? You go from an issue to a plan to or to a spec to a plan, and then multi-file edit, right? So it just completely changes the workflow for the Eng team. As I said, and then the O365 is the catch-all, right? So the M365 Copilot is where, just to give you a feel, even my own, right? Every time I'm meeting a customer, I would say the workflow of the prep of the CEO office is not changed since 1990, right? Basically, in fact, one of the ways I look at it is just imagine how did forecasting happen pre-PCs and post-PCs, right? There were faxes, then interoffice memos, and then PCs became a thing, and people said, hey, I'm just going to put an Excel spreadsheet in email and send it around, and people will enter numbers, and we will have a forecast. The same thing is happening in the AI era right now all over the place, right? I prep for a customer meeting where I literally go into Copilot and I say, tell me everything I need to know about the customer. It tells me everything from my CRM, my emails, my Teams meetings, and the web, right? It grounds it. I put it into Pages, share it with my account team in real time. So just imagine the hierarchy, this entire thing of, let me prepare a brief for the CEO goes away. It's just a query away. I generate a query, share a page if they want to annotate it. So I'm reasoning with AI and collaborating with my colleagues, right? That's the new workflow. And that's happening all over the place. Somebody gave me this example from supply chain. Somebody said, supply chain is like a trading desk, except it doesn't have real-time information, right? That's kind of what it is. So it's like you wait for the quarter to end, and then the CFO comes and bangs you on the head as saying all the mistakes you made. What if that financial analyst essentially can be in real time be available to you and giving you like, oh, you're doing this contract for this data center in this region, you should think about these terms. All that intelligence in real time is changing the workflow and work artifact. So lots and lots of use cases all around. And I think to your fundamental point, our goal is to kind of create operating leverage through AI, right?